Yes, guys, welcome back to the Once You're In podcast, episode 101, the first of the hundreds, if you don't count 100. And it's going to be a short one. It's going to be similar to what we did last week, which was Rate Your Physiques episode. So if you're listening on Spotify and you want to see the physiques that we're rating, head over to YouTube and make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Yeah, numbers are here, guys. Let's keep these numbers going up.
We don't actually know if the first one we did had good reception because it's not out yet.
No, it's not out yet.
So
we've got quite a lot of responses. Like we've still got loads of responses from the first. We've not even put up a second questions box for your physiques to be sent through. We've still got loads to go through. So we will, once we've worked through all of these. So in the first one, if we didn't get back to you, it's because we've got a lot to go through. So we will get back to you. It's just going to take some time. And then once we've got back to everyone, we'll put up a new questions box. And also what we'll do is, at some point, we'll do a rate your training as well. So we'll basically get people to send training clips through.
I think I prefer that one.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I reckon, yeah.
I think, let's get through all the ones we've got of this first.
Okay.
Okay, should we do mine first?
Yeah.
So, Owen O'Halloran, which is my client.
Oh, we're not doing clients. We said that because...
No, we said we were doing clients, but the other person will do it. So if it's my client, you do it. If it's your client, I'll do it.
Okay.
He's actually coming over, start of next month, June. He's coming over from Ireland.
Okay.
So he's going to be training with us. Don't know what you'll be training wise because I don't know if you're going to be doing more shows.
I'll be Operation Open then if I don't get my pro card.
Yeah,
so
you will be.
Yeah.
So where else train with me? You'll be screaming.
Yeah, time to get big, time to get massive. I'll be training with big name stars. I'll say to him, hey mate, I'm going to Open. Oh, they're not.
Guess what? I reckon because they're from over a week ago, we can't see them now.
No, mine loads.
What? At the bottom?
Yeah, mine does.
Mine don't.
Oh no.
But you can still see.
Yeah.
You can still see them. And, I mean, I could always go on his Google Photos, but you can still see them.
Okay, so let's have a look.
So it'll be Reese that's giving the feedback here.
So I can't actually look at the photos, but I can see what he can...
So he's currently
Yeah.
in a diet phase. I can't remember exactly how many weeks deep he is. We've got another 6 or so. I think he's 9 weeks in. We've got another 6 or so weeks. Okay. It's prior to a holiday, but also it's like his first proper diet ever, and he's looking to compete in the future.
Okay. Yeah, he looks alright to be fair. I think from the rear shot, his posing doesn't look the best from his lower body. It makes his legs look a bit meh. So that probably would be one thing. But from what I can see, I mean, he's got muscle in the areas, like his quads look like there's some, like let's say.
And he broke his leg.
Really?
Yeah, he won't be able to train legs for like ages.
Well, I can see he's got quads. Like he's not got any quads. Quads could be better, but he's got quads. I think like let's say upper body wise in that front shot, like it's a relaxed shot and he's straight on, so it's not going to look the best. But like in the front double bicep, like let's say his lats look okay. They could be better. His rear shot looks pretty good. Is he? Yeah. Is he good at hip hinging?
Yeah, he's strong.
Yeah. What's his pressing like in the low wise?
Okay.
Yeah. Like I feel like this is a very like mid tier physique for what we look for clients, but like this is a dude that I can guarantee if he was to compare himself to his mates, they think he's massive. Yeah. And if he was to like take his top off at a party, people would be like, yo bro, you're yoked. People would be like, this is one of those sort of physiques where like we look at it and we think, yeah, pretty sound, like he's got a good foundation, but like to an average individual you'd look at him and go, got a lot of muscle, man.
Yeah.
Like he's got a solid foundation, and like these are the people that I quite like working with because
he's really good client.
When you nail their training and you get them dialed in, like their physique responds really well over time.
Yeah, he's good. His back's very good.
Yeah.
He needs more through the lower body, but part of that is from previous injuries and playing rugby.
Yeah.
He needs more through the delts, chest, arms, but his back's really good. Yeah. His back shots are really, really good.
Well, we've been asked one by Aesthetic Ansar, and Aesthetic Ansar has sent through his photos. But he's actually uploaded them. So, what do you reckon to Aesthetic Ansar?
That's good. Men's physique.
Yeah, it's very good, isn't it?
Nice midsection.
Yeah.
Good wide back.
Yeah.
Small waist. Looks really well suited to men's physique.
Yeah, he does.
He looks really good.
Yeah, he does. That's what he looks like when someone says you skip leg days.
Yeah, his legs are decent as well.
Yeah, his legs are decent.
Are we doing? We've got to do rating. Are we doing a rating
for
what we're doing? Actual ratings.
For
Owen, based on wanting to compete in the future. Where he's currently at, coming off the back of a rugby background.
Yeah, I'd say he's like
injuries.
I'd say like seven and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 7.5 is a solid sort of score. I'd say for Aesthetic Ansar, like he looks really good.
For men's physique, I'd say I'd
men's
put
physique,
up 8.5.
Yeah, like he's got very good shape. Like
really good.
Yeah, really good. Like it's a nice look. Like it's a good shape, good look. Needs more muscle, definitely, but like the shape's there. Like if he was to add 10 pounds of muscle, he'd be like very competitive.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Aesthetic Ansar, you're aesthetic, mate.
We've got the next up. We've got the real master himself.
Oh,
It's
Mr.
Mr. Tom Hermitage.
Is that Tom?
His name is Thermitage Fitness.
Yeah.
If you want to follow him there.
Yes.
So this is Josh Croggan's client, 20 years old, natural men's physique, competed last year, WMBF, didn't place at the WMBF, but like...
He would have placed if he signed up with me when he messaged me like 12 weeks out.
Yeah, that's what it was Josh's fault.
Yeah, Josh just...
But to be fair, like, basing off recent photos...
Can't see, mate. Yeah,
good look, good shape. That's his stage shot from last year.
Yeah.
Obviously needs more muscle, needs more time. Still only 20 years old. Needs more muscle, needs a lot more through the arms and the delts for men's physique. Midsection's quite nice. Could have been leaner, but just needed more muscle anyway. It's one of those where you can get leaner, but you need more muscle anyway.
Like, it was the same with Matthew. Like, Matthew obviously has more muscle than Mr. Real Master himself.
He's working at the bottom now.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. It's a challenge, natty men's physique at like the junior and even like teen, junior, and like low levels of physique development in the sense of time and experience, because to bring a truly
bodybuilding, the same with any. Like,
I do agree, but I believe in bodybuilding. You get sliced even if you have not a lot of muscle. It's a different sort of look. Where men's physique, I think objectively, if you just keep getting leaner and leaner and leaner and leaner, you become less men's physique. Like, for example, if Mr. Real Master himself was like, he could be a bit sharper.
Maybe if he stopped being a real master and started training,
being a bodybuilder, and actually training hard and putting his tripod away, and training like actually giving.
Stop using a tripod.
Yeah, you can't be a bodybuilder.
You can't train hard if you use a tripod.
No, but for example, with Matthew, like I said to Matthew last year, like, could Matthew have been £5, £10 sharper? Yeah, but do I believe that would have made him look more men's physique? Probably not. It would have made him, if anything, look like more apparent that he needs more muscle across his top line. His shape was good, but there was areas and there were holes in his physique that would have been worsened based off him being lighter and leaner. And I think that's the one challenge when people get into men's physique, is it's based off a look, and it's not just get absolutely sliced. And when you don't have the muscle mass required,
I think even though even like in bodybuilding, even if you get absolutely peeled, if you've not got a lot of muscle, it's never going to look that good.
No, I agree. But I think men's physique is more... There's more of a caveat to the look based off the criteria, where bodybuilding is like, we'll just get peeled and see how well you do, and the most people just going to need more muscle anyway. Yeah. You know, so, yeah.
Have you got one?
Yeah, Jack Crossdale coach. You know Jack? I think he's coached by Danny still. You know this dude?
Yeah, it's Crowsdale.
Is it Crowsdale?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, I've always in my head said Crossdale for some reason. I've just read it as Crossdale. So competed in the PCA last year in men's physique, and to be fair, like he isn't men's physique at all. Like, he looks good. He looked good when he competed.
Well, he got quite a square physique,
like he's got very round, bubbly. Like, you have a look there. Like,
he'll be doing well in bodybuilding.
Yeah,
in the future.
he was just a small bodybuilder.
He looks good though.
He does look really good. Yeah,
really good.
He looks really good, and he's
got good abs as well. So he can be men's physique. He's just got quite a blocky waist, so it's like harder to.
It's a weird one with him, because like he made really really good progress from like, I think the last time he stepped on stage, or he like dieted. Like the progress he made from like prior to his prep last year was like fantastic, like really really good. And like, if anything, it's one of those where if I was Jack, I would have been like, if you had another year off, like, he probably would have been really competitive, like bodybuilding wise, at a sooner pace. But at the same time, like, this is his newest upload, and that's 5th of December 2022. Jack, upload more. I know that's your tag. This is the 25th of April, so you can see he probably just grows quite a lot of muscle, like at quite a good pace.
He's not got, because he's not got a small waist, like even though he's got a lot of muscle, he doesn't look overly men's physique. Like, that looks like a bodybuilding shot. Obviously it's the front relax, so it's going to, they are bodybuilding poses it's doing now, but like he's got a lot of muscle. How old is he?
He's young. He was competing junior, 21.
Got a lot of muscle for 21.
Yeah, for 21 he's got a lot of
really
muscle.
good.
So yeah, Jack, a lot of muscle. I'd say like a lot of potential based on the fact that you seem to grow pretty easily. Like, every time I see a photo of him, I'm like, oh yeah, Jack's grown.
We need to give him a score. We forgot to give Real Master a score. For your reels, 10 out of 10, mate.
Yeah.
For
he's
your
actually
physique,
he's stopped tagging us now, hasn't he? He hasn't tagged me anyone, so yeah.
For your physique, based on age and everything, Thermitage?
No, 2 out of 10.
2, yeah.
No.
If it had signed up with you, 10? If it had signed up with you, it'd be
10 without me, 2. With Josh, like, at the realm.
Minus.
Yeah.
I'd say for his age and for men's physique, natty men's physique, I'd say 7.
Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Right. And then what about Jack?
For his age, for the amount of muscle he
9,
holds,
8, 9.
8.5, 9. For maybe not for men's physique.
Yeah.
For bodybuilding in the future.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
do very well.
Definitely.
Next one, we've got DP Fit.
DP Fit.
So he sent some photos. You can go if you want to go on his page. You can. If you don't, I get it because it takes you off from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I do know what DP Fit looks like.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, not now. He looks so much better.
Oh yeah,
now.
he looks much better after sacking me.
Yeah, he's blown up since he's gone to Tom, mate. To be fair.
Well, he sacked Tom as well. So
Has he?
yeah, he sacked Tom ages ago.
Who's he gone to now?
He's on his own.
Yeah, that's why he's blown up, mate.
Yeah, he's on his own. He's learned
Tom's
everything.
principles.
Yeah, he's just used Tom's principles.
To
and
be
then
fair, in all seriousness, to DP, what's his name? Dan. His name's Dan.
Yeah.
I just think of him as DP Fit. Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
He, like we've said before, and we've said this about Will Bertolini. Like these guys, they don't have elite level genetics, and they know that. Like I was speaking to Will about it the other day, and Will was like, "Yeah, of course I don't." Like, but that doesn't mean you can't make a shit ton of progress still. But it's just that like you may be somebody who finds it like again like Will and Dan, they're similar in terms they're both quite long limbed.
Can I also will input? I said to Dan said to me in person, he was like, "I know I've not got the best genetics." And I said to him, "Well, you say that, but you've only really been into bodybuilding for like a year or two."
Yeah.
And like Dan and probably Will, if we were to live their lives or live with them, we'd probably be like, that could be better.
Yeah, there's areas that could be
their
better.
training could be better.
Yeah.
And like I find
And
that
it's time as well.
Yeah, time. Like I remember the first year or two of training, I remember thinking to myself, my genetics were awful.
Yeah.
And then the first time like I properly actually applied myself, I thought, okay, my genetics clearly aren't that bad. And now I get told constantly, your genetics are amazing. And so they're not amazing, they're just good. I've got above average genetics. But it's not like
I'm above average at everything.
Above average at everything, yeah. But no, I'm probably a bit more than above average. But you don't know until you've got a good 5, 6, 7 years of just constant physique development.
What I'm saying is you get some individuals who train for 6 months and don't really train properly and they go out on the lash every weekend and they just build muscle. It's like, okay, that person does have good genetics for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Like with other people, let's say, and we've said it before, like maybe when they were young they didn't really play sport and they were never really that sporty, and they're often somebody who maybe finds it hard to build muscle.
Yeah.
Somebody who was really sporty and really fast, it's no wonder that they can build muscle easier than somebody who wasn't sporty and wasn't fast and didn't have that kind of sporty upbringing when they were younger. Like it does play a role. But regardless of genetics, in terms of Dan's current physique, what are we saying? I don't know what his goals are.
Yeah. I think the simple answer, like he needs to spend time.
How old is he?
Oh, I wouldn't know off the top of my head. He's still a junior. He finished uni.
Doesn't say
this
age.
year. Yeah, I think he's like 22, 21. Yeah, I think that, like Dan, like it's one of them where like Dan in 3 or 4 years would have a pretty solid physique, but he needs to have 3 or 4 years of just training hard. Like nailing the basics,
more muscle.
Yeah, nailing the basics, not over worrying and over stressing, and actually enjoying it. Like I think that's one thing with Dan is like he'll go through phases. Yeah, he'd be the first one to admit. He'll go through phases where like he's really enjoying everything. Then he puts too much pressure on himself, and then he like has to take a bit of a step back. And it's like just enjoy the actual aspects of the hustle and the grind on the way up of physique development, and you will then probably actually make more progress than thinking everything has to be like everything has to be optimal or this has to be there. Or like I remember when he got into his posing, he was like so in love with posing, and I was just like, well, you do have to build muscle. Like that's the main goal, you know. So yeah, part of it. Right, this guy's asked. He asked last week, and it was like, he's like, "I'm 9 weeks out, so this might be a bit of a risky one. But where do you reckon I'm at?" And I like that because it's like, so now he's 8 weeks out, I'm guessing. So his name's Joe Higgins. It says 0-0, so he's 22 years old, competitive bodybuilder, 2023 junior season underway, coached by Dan Bastic.
Okay, cool.
So if we have a look here, this is his checking photos from, I'm guessing, this morning.
And he's 8 weeks out.
So he said 9 weeks out last week, so I'm guessing he's 8 weeks out.
What show is he doing?
I'm not too sure. I'm guessing he's doing. He's coached by Dan. Yeah, I don't.
PCA.
Yeah, potentially. So yeah, PCA first time is what he's doing.
Cool.
So he's a big cheat.
Yeah, big cheat.
Big cheat. Oh, Joe, you take steroids.
We're not doing it.
Yeah.
We're not.
Joe, if you were natty, well, you know what? Yeah, you're pretty good, but.
To be fair, he does look good.
He does look.
For 8 weeks out, I can't really tell.
That's the 24th of April. I'll show you his story. So there we go. There is Joe's His first meal today was 50 grams of oats, 60 grams of whey. Oh God, 50 grams of oats at your condition? Imagine if I was like, drop that, buddy. You are way behind. Imagine Dad push him harder.
We're saying we're 8 weeks out here.
Yeah, 8 weeks out. I think for a first timer, he's in a really good spot for 8 weeks out.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that's a really, really solid position to be in. 8 weeks out. Joe, I'd probably try and like enjoy the next couple, because you're in that sort of groove where you're lean. You're probably leaner than where you maybe been before. You probably might have been leaner on like holidays and stuff like that. But like you're lean, you're probably still on an okay amount of food. Your cardio's not too high, and like this is like, in my opinion, like the most enjoyable part of a prep till you get to the latter end. In about a month, you'll probably feel this is getting a bit harder.
It's not good physique.
But you're in a real good spot. For 8 weeks out for a first timer, mate, you're in a good spot. You won't have a stupidly aggressive amount of body fat to pull off, because you've got body fat to pull off, but it's not like you've got 8 weeks of hell.
No, it depends as well, like what his other shows are.
Yeah.
If he's just doing the one show, I'd say regardless, he's in a good spot.
Yeah.
Like if he was doing, let's say, multiple shows, you're probably looking at getting leaner for obviously the latter ones. But
yeah.
He looks good. Got a well balanced physique. He's got a good back.
Yeah.
Side shots could make his legs look thicker. Quads are good from the front.
Yeah.
Rear relaxed, back looks a little bit weak. Might just be down to being a bit flat.
Yeah.
Front relaxed, really nice. Rear double, front double, really nice.
Yeah, they're good shots.
Front lat, rear lat, really good. Side tricep needs work, posing.
I'd say the side shots. Like,
yeah.
Just need a bit more meat on like those side shots.
Most muscular, pretty good. Abs and thighs, really nice.
Yeah.
Side shots, and there's no side chest in there, but side shots definitely posing wise, making your legs look thicker.
Joe, where's your side chest?
And obviously just size over time as well.
Joe, where's your side chest?
Yeah,
It's a full shot. You don't want to boast it.
Yeah. Next one. Kieran Dally. You know Kieran?
Yeah.
So me and Kieran go way back from back in the day in uni in Holywell gym. We were both very small back then. So I don't know how old Kieran is, but I feel like he's probably my age. So let's say 25.
That's not bad. He's older than me. I like in my head he's like.
I might be wrong, because I did have a year out.
In my head he's like 3 years younger than me.
Yeah.
But that's how I view him.
I think let's say he's 24 to 26, but I'm not sure. Have to let us know, mate.
I feel like Kieran could be. He's like Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, he could be 30.
He could be 30, but he could also be like 60.
I don't think he's 18.
No, I don't think he is.
So I don't know what his goals are, to be honest. I know he's maybe thinking about competing in the future. We've spoke about it a couple of times in the gym. In terms of like progress from back in the day, obviously from when I know him from being at the gym at uni, like he's come on a hell of a lot. Obviously you'd expect it. It's been a long time. He's very lean at the minute.
So,
like he looks good, and he's got a decent amount of muscle. And he's pretty strong
on his goals. Like if he's,
I do think he wants to compete in the near future. Let's say next
Kieran,
year.
mate. Eat your food, bro.
He is lean. I'm sure he's just come out of the back of a diet,
Yeah.
and he was ill. He had surgery. I think, I can't remember what it was, mate. You have to remind me. I think it was an organ within his stomach, but I can't remember.
Not good.
No, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it's good.
It might have been liver or kidney issues. I can't remember, but I know he's not been well. But he's on the up, and he's looking very good. But yeah, mate, eat your food. Keep getting stronger, because your training's looking good.
Make sure to buy every Be Epic or MBW clothing merch, because whenever I used to see him at Progress, he was always in that Be Epic.
Yeah. MBW now, mate,
now
just so that
MBW.
you get a good place in.
Yeah.
You could FBA. I'm joking. All right, guys, I'm joking. We've not been giving people scores, but I don't think we need to give scores.
No. Right.
Your go.
Last one for me.
Yeah,
Ethan.
we can do last one.
Ethan Metcalf.
Really?
Hey, that's the.
Oh.
Ethan, start engaging with the podcast again. He used to tag us in every single story.
Well, he obviously hates us now.
Yeah, he hates us. Ever since he sacked me, he hates me. He used to literally tag us every week in the podcast. He'd like always show support, watch our YouTube videos. Now he's not coached by me. He just doesn't put anything. Ethan, come on, man. If you're asking the podcast questions, you clearly still engage.
Yeah.
We miss you, Ethan. We miss the story tags. Hopefully you're doing well, mate. He
doesn't mean that. He hates you.
No, he's messaged me a few times actually recently, so I appreciate it, Ethan. Hopefully everything's going well, and hopefully you're in a good spot prior to prep. By the looks of things, mate, you are in a good spot. So if we're looking at things from a visual perspective, this is his newest reel. He's doing men's physique this year. He's going to be up against Josh and also Pete, PCA first timers. In my opinion, as said to him, and to be fair, I will say, as Ethan was the first one to say, he didn't want to do men's physique, unless it maybe he was just wanting to because I remember saying to him, "What do you reckon?" He was like, "I don't really want to do men's physique. I want to train my legs." And his legs are
quite good.
His legs are very good, and I think his long-term potential isn't men's physique. Like I don't think I look at his physique and think you scream physique.
He looks men's physique from the front. He looks pretty good from the back. He needs work.
Yeah, definitely. And I think but if you were to I'm trying to find some potential bodybuilding poses. His legs are good. His legs are good,
but they're not so good that it's like, oh my god, you need to show them.
No. I remember when he signed up with me, he told me, he was like, my legs grow really quickly, and I remember saying to him, no, your legs are just fat. Like he just holds a lot of fat on his legs, and therefore your legs look better when you hold a lot of fat there. But like Ethan, genetically, if you were to assess his genetics when he was natty, you'd be like, oh, he's all right. And then when we transitioned, and Ethan, I know you won't mind saying that, he made really, really good progress. Like he literally gained 10 kilos and looked leaner than when he was at his lightest. Like he literally looked like he gained 10 kilos of muscle. He didn't, but he looked like he did. And he's on it daily. Like Ethan nails everything. Like he was literally like a perfect client. So when he left, it was such a shame.
Reese was upset.
Yeah, I genuinely was. I was upset. We were bowling. We were bowling. I remember, and I was
You took your aggression out on the basketball machine.
Yeah, I took it out. But no, it was a shame. I really enjoyed coaching Ethan, and we had a fantastic project. Weirdly enough, I think I actually started coaching him 2 years ago, yesterday. Yeah. Came off my Instagram archive and I cried myself back to sleep. I saw it pop up.
11 AM when you're in Stone.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, Ethan, mate, you look really good. You've got good potential. I think you should, if anything, go for classic or bodybuilding.
Nah, I think do men's physique now.
Do men's physique. Don't stop your prep or whatever. Do men's physique. Get on stage this year.
In the long term,
test the waters, see how things are. He might do one prep and go, you know what, this isn't for me. But
is his back
judging
weak? Because it looks weak on that video.
His back could be better. Yeah, his back should be
front
better.
shots look really good.
Yeah, front shots are good. To be fair, his back isn't bad. It just needs more overall size and width. But yeah, the end of the day with Ethan, he's a robot in the sense of he just turns up and gets boxes ticked. So I've no doubts at all. Let's say if I was to randomly not see Ethan's stories or anything for a year from now, I can guarantee he's going to be like, oh shit, Ethan made wicked progress. Yeah. So I've no doubts at all, Ethan, mate, that no matter what if we were to rate you, in a year from now, you're going to be better. 2 years from now, you're going to be better. And he's a nice lad. So yeah, all good with you, Ethan? All good? Do you want to finish on one of yours?
Yeah, one more, last one.
Cool.
It's only a short one. So, Kailyn Waldron.
I know this guy's name.
He put, roast my skinny fat ass.
Okay.
Now, he's not got any posts on his page, so all we've got is a small image of 4 photos. From what I can see, the front relax looks nice, quads look pretty good from the front, delt's nice and round. From the front lat and the rear double, back looks a little bit weak in terms of lat width. Mm-hmm. Hamstrings and calves look like they could do with a decent amount. Side chest looks pretty good, but we can't see your lower body. I also can't see your face because you blacked your face out on all of them, mate. Not that I would have assessed your face, but I mean, I can't even assess it. So side chest, we always say that when clients cover their face, you do know we do not care what you look like at all, and we're not looking at your face. Yeah. It's more off-putting if you cover it, because then I'm looking at your face.
I have clients who have a tattoo, and I coach them for 2 years, and I look at it and go, they always have that tattoo? Yeah. And it'll be something they've had for ages, but you just, when you're looking at
you're focusing on their physique, not their tattoos.
You think you don't even notice the smaller things.
Side chest looks good, but can't see lower body. But I don't know goals or anything like that. I wouldn't say you're skinny fat, to be fair, mate. I'd say you've got a pretty decent foundation, a decent physique.
Oh yeah, he's not skinny fat.
No, he's not.
This is a physique that a lot of people, I think, get to, and they're like, okay, so is he shredded? No. Is he objectively fat? No. But has he got some body fat on him? Yeah. But this is a spot where you could easily push up another 10, 15, 20 pounds and still be respectable. Again, when you don't have a hell of a lot of muscle, and frame-wise, he doesn't look immaculate. He just looks like a pretty standard sort of...
decent
frame, he's got a standard sort of bloke, standard
decent
physique.
Foundation,
decent foundation, yeah.
Keep growing and pushing on from there.
I'd literally be thinking, this is a good spot. Keep eating, keep growing, keep training, and you'll be sound. So, yeah. There we go.
For future reference, when people are giving us their physique photos, if you just give us like a idea as to your goals and maybe even your body weight, age, things like that, that would be helpful.
That pretty much has summed up the second episode of the Rate Your Physiques, aka episode 101 of the One Trillion podcast. So, yeah, like Finn said, if we can get some information, that'd be fantastic next time. We'll probably just do these sporadically, so we'll work through. To be fair, I've probably got through most of mine that are like good, that I think we actually can assess. I'll probably put one up next time that we do, then we might just finish off with Finn's. And then it'll be a case of doing maybe some training clips. And to be fair, well done, mate. If there's anything else that we can assess, like let's say physique-wise, maybe not like direct physique, but if there's anything else that we could think about.
We can do training clips, can't we? We do stage condition,
imagine
like,
if we
or
were to
how
do-
far out are you from your show?
What about like we rate your coach in the sense of like they send us what they're doing,
Yeah.
and then we're there.
It could be anonymous.
Yeah, it could be anonymous. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
We should do like stories of coaches, but anonymously.
I've got a good one recently. In the last month, I've got a really good one. I never spoke about.
Will you speak to me?
Yeah, when I was in Manchester.
Oh yeah. Apologies for the audio as well. The laptop has literally just died. I forgot my charger today, so I don't think this episode will have the good audio, and we don't even know if the other one will. We are going to buy some new mics.
Yeah.
We need to buy some new mics because it's more so that we're having to use a laptop instead of using something else. So apologies if we're having to use the audio from the camera. We know it's not amazing. We do apologise.
There we go. Right. Appreciate it as always, guys. Thanks for the story tags, thanks for the shares, thanks for the comments, thanks for the likes, thanks for the subscriptions. Please get our numbers up. The iPad's falling down, but get our numbers up. So click subscribe, and then yeah, follow us on Instagram if you want to be engaging with the questions, with the Rate Your Physiques, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. See you later. Cool.